Hi, so I feel like it's been a million years since I did a lesson. It really feels that way. I've actually been sick. I thought it was tonsillitis, but everyone's saying that it's something called strep throat, which I've never heard of. But when I looked it up, it looked like exactly what I had. I had like these blisters like on my tonsils, and oh my God, it was absolutely horrendous. It was like 2 weeks of pain. And like every few hours, I was like ibuprofen, paracetamol. It was really rough. I looked really rough. And then I was feeling really bad. It was taking me so long to do another lesson, and I was like, damn. It's like, okay, I don't even know if they have libraries still anymore, but before there was internet, there was libraries. And this is just going nowhere. Basically, I was going to say about taking a library book back that was late, but then you don't want to take it back because it's late and you want to get told off. And so the longer you leave it, the worse it gets. But it's so irrelevant now in 2017 that I kind of feel like a complete dick by even talking about it. But hey, that's middle age for you. Okay, I'm just going to get on with it. It's lesson 74, okay? It's taking us a little bit longer than 365 days to get through this, but that's okay. We've got all the time in the world, right? The one before, the last lesson I did was, oh yeah, I will there be light. That was a good lesson. That was a good one. Okay, so let's have a look. Lesson 74. It says here, there is no will but God's. God is, you know, a difficult word for some people to swallow, and I prefer to say divine or source. So I'm going to say source for today. Um, when I think of God, you see, I always think of like a patriarchal figure, the way it's been sort of taught. You kind of imagine, old man, white beard on a cloud, that kind of thing, passing out judgment. It's very difficult to relate to the word in this context. And now, I mean, going through this text, it seems to me that God is more like this all-pervading consciousness that is sustaining all of life. And it's, to me, the word God has a lot of negative connotations. So I'm going to say source from now on. Okay, so the idea for today can be regarded as the central thought towards which all the exercises are directed. Source is the only will. And it's interesting because I was reading about quantum mechanics, and it was saying about that, you create your reality, but it was talking about it in a scientific way, which was very interesting. And it was saying that basically there are infinite possibilities of what can happen, depending upon your emotional charge and where you direct it. And the question was, okay, so there are infinite possibilities, whatever, then who decides which one to take? And the answer was consciousness decides. So as far as I'm concerned, consciousness is God. Yeah? Or source, whatever. Okay, so when I read this is how I imagine it. I mean, it's completely up to you how you perceive God or whatever it is you want to use as the word to describe your your faith, if you want to say that. I mean, it's a personal thing. Okay, so source is the only will. When you recognize this, you recognize that your will is the same. The belief that conflict is possible has gone, and peace has replaced the strange idea that you're torn by conflicting goals. As an expression of the will of source, you have no goal, because there is no goal, because it is consciousness that decides. It's source that decides, divine will. Oh, this chair is really small, so let's fight like this. Okay, there is great peace in today's idea. The exercises for today are directed towards finding it. The idea itself is wholly true, therefore it cannot give rise to illusions. Without illusions, conflict is impossible. Let's try to recognize this today and experience the peace this recognition brings. Begin the longer practice period by repeating these thoughts several times slowly, and then with firm determination, so as to understand what they mean, and then hold them in mind. I'm like standing there because my kids are messing around with the chairs, so I've got like a small chair. Okay. Oh, hang on a second. Duh. I'm such a dumbass. Okay. Duh. Okay. So the however you want to say it, but there is no will but divine will. I cannot be in conflict. Okay. There is no will but divine will. I cannot be in conflict. So whenever, you know, for me personally, whenever I'm feeling like psychotic, I'm going to say there is no will but divine will. Okay, spend several minutes adding some related thoughts, such as I'm at peace, nothing can disturb me, that kind of thing. And be sure to deal quickly with any conflicting thoughts and tell yourself there's no will but divine will. These conflicting thoughts are meaningless. If there's one conflict area that seems particularly difficult to resolve, single it out for special consideration. Think about it briefly but specifically, and identify the particular person or persons and the situation involved. Tell yourself there's no will but divine will. My conflicts about blah blah cannot be real. Sweet. After you've cleared your mind in this way, close your eyes and try to experience the peace in which your reality entitles you. You can hear my son crying. Well, he's just fussing. He's in the shower and he doesn't like it. So there may be some temptation to mistake these attempts. So hang on. Joy characterizes peace. By this experience, you will recognize that you've reached it. Okay. In shorter periods today, there is no will but divine will, and I seek peace today. Then try and find, you know, some time to actually find what you're seeking, which is peace. Just be in the moment. Anyway, it's nice to be back. As usual, I will endeavour to make this a daily thing. I'm just, oh my God, I guess I'm just still in massive conflict about it. I just, discipline. I think that, you know what? There is no will but divine will. I'll see you soon. Bye.